and welcome back to me and Apex, me and obviously Apex, but also Arenas and a pro player. Yup. So today we're going to be talking about Arenas, the game mode that has the potential to take Apex and not just the pub scene, but also the competitive scene to a new level. That is Arenas, where they've added the CS:GO style of buying an economy to Apex. It's super fun. It's amazing. And today we're going to be going through all the heroes and making a tier list of what heroes are good for Arenas, what heroes aren't good, and explaining why that is. We will also talk about ways to play Arenas and what guns you should use, shouldn't use, etc, etc. I have a pro player here with me to do it all, so we've got the perfect insight to do it. The clips you're watching right now while I'm talking are actually all of his. He's absolutely cracked at the game. So sit back, guys, and I hope you enjoy and this helps you out in some way.
Bullet. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I know Bullet, yeah.
He's fucking crazy, dude.
Yes, he is. Play Valorant. He plays Valorant here and there.
He's insane, yeah.
Yeah. I remember his name.
He's crazy, dude.
He went to Poland too.
Bullet's a person that if I could see him with internationally and he didn't have like terrible fucking ping, I would definitely.
In months, y'all. I so red I can't see what's real. Roll me up a blunt, dog.
Alright, so first hero, Octane. What do you guys think he ranks? Bullet?
I feel like he's similar to Pathfinder in the sense that he can get like a positional advantage early on.
Well, that's what he's based for with his jump pad, because it's pretty cheap, so he can jump pad you to a position early, so you can dominate around. So what do you think he goes, like A
you
maybe?
Could probably rank him the same as Pathy, so I guess like A or B.
Yeah, I reckon he's A as well. Nuan, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. He's definitely A. Being able to rotate your whole team as well as take the jump out in different directions. So
that means you can get like meds early as well as your position and whatnot.
Exactly.
Oh, and he heals as well. Like I mean,
no, passive heal doesn't work in Arenas.
Doesn't? Okay.
No, they disabled it. And he has a tiny hitbox as well though, which is nuts.
I think it's A tier.
Yeah, A tier, definitely.
Yeah.
Alright, so Pathfinder though, as you said, probably similar, A tier. I honestly almost put Pathfinder in S tier because he's got such like ability mid game compared to Octane to like jump on someone if they're low.
Yeah, he gets that, and with his height he gets the headshot.
And he gets the headshot glitches over boxes with his height as well. And he's got the zipline, which is 150, which is really cheap off start to push. Would you almost put him S tier, do you reckon? Why?
Almost. I reckon A for now, and then
yeah,
he has the potential to be S tier, for sure.
He's almost S tier.
Yeah, legit. Alright, Rampart, kind of a weird one. She's good, but you have to play her in a certain way. You have to play very positional based because of her walls and whatnot. You do get 3 of them off spawn, which is really nice. But they are kind of easy for the enemies to break.
Yeah, I think the issue is if you try and use the character somewhat aggressively, like you'll just get punished for it.
You can't use it really aggressively at all. Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
So where do you think you put her? Because like she is usable if you play her right, but it's very situational.
Honestly,
I feel like C, right?
Yeah, C,
C.
and then
situational characters have to be pretty
100%
mid-ranked.
Yeah, I feel that. Let's go C. Wattson, my baby girl, Wattson. Sadly, she's pretty fucking useless though.
Probably
Yeah.
Fences
her passive heals not very good. I mean, she gets 5 or 4 fences off spawn, but
fences are okay. But the problem is the zone, from what I've seen, never ends in a spot where fences would block it off.
No, there's zone in every single map ends in the open, so there's no point really.
So you can set up an area.
Yes, I mean she's like same as Rampart, but worse kinda, because you can use Rampart walls to like push forward and get extra damage off. Watson's just like zoning, and her passive regen shield's like non-existent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna always put her in like E, honestly. Wraith though. Wraith's interesting because like she can be really useful with her portal to move forward and take positions, and she's got a tiny hitbox. But other heroes just do things better.
It doesn't really offer anything to the team. In Arenas, I feel like you want to pick legends that support the team in some way.
Whereas it's like comp Apex as well. You need you need heroes that support your team.
If it comes to the point where you need to use the portal, you're probably already about.
And what if you use the portal early game though to like take position the same as Pathy and Octane?
Slower.
It's just not as good as those. Yeah.
I feel like you probably put her in B tier. I feel like maybe her portal late game could allow
to a portal. To a zone.
To take like a bit of an off angle and like shoot the other team in the back as they're trying to find a spot in zone.
What about her Q though? Because like I was watching like Aberrally and stuff when they were playing playtesting on it, and what he'd do is he'd sneak forward early game, get a pick by sitting in the corner waiting for someone to walk past, and then he'd Q back out to his team. Do you reckon that's usable or no?
I mean, potentially, yeah. If you
Specific
can.
areas, yeah.
So what do we think of her? B tier maybe?
I reckon B. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I'd
Usable
say
but
B.
not great. And Fusey, the good old Australian, our boy. We're still gonna say F.
Haven't seen him really used yet. So
I mean, he's got 2 knuckle cluster charges now. He's still dog shit, yeah.
you kind of need to
Is
stick.
there anything below F that we can put in?
I done, he's in F.
I reckon F, yeah.
Revenant though, Revenant's interesting because if you get his ult and you combo his ult with something good like jump pad, like we've seen a lot in recent metas and stuff for ranked, it's insane.
Close that distance.
Yeah, legit. You just jump on people and you get a free shot at killing them. But
Yeah, I mean, I
Yep.
can see him maybe being used really like in ranked when there's like a lot more strategy and the game mode's developed a bit more.
But are you giving up too much, not really having anything to do with Revenant until the 3rd round when you can buy his ult, and then you
it's
can, and
third
then you
round
can
when you
only
can use
buy
it.
his ult every 3 rounds as well.
Yeah, I feel like again that comes down to a bit of a situational.
His Q is strong though, like his silence is pretty strong. It's blinding as hell.
Yeah,
He could be similar to Wraith, to be honest. Like,
B or C, do you
the
reckon?
the Q's good and the ult is extremely good in round 3.
Yeah, I feel that.
yeah, I guess.
But you need to play him with like a Octane.
Octane. You can't play him
So-
without an Octane. Yeah, legit. You just get beam going
Yeah.
across. So where do we reckon? B or C?
I guess B. Yeah.
I wish I could conditional it. B with Octane, C without Octane, but yeah, B I guess.
B? Yeah, we'll go B. Alright, the new hero, Valkyrie. What do you guys think?
I mean, I just think she just doesn't really do a lot, to be honest. Like, she's pretty situational. She can grab positions, but I think Pathfinder is just
Better at doing it.
and Octane's
legit.
just better.
Yeah, and her Q's
think-
not really that relevant.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. It's
Yeah.
worse than this because there's no situations, or there's very rarely situations where the teams are grouped. So
Yeah, I feel that because you always split getting angles and whatnot.
yeah, stunning more than one player is almost never going to be the case. So I feel like
So where are we putting like C maybe with Rampart or even lower,
Yeah.
even D? Like, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could put her in D because
Yeah, I
not
guess
really that
I guess
useful.
D, like because
She
her
has
ult
to-
is almost
Because like
pointless as
Rampart has a
well.
place where you can play her like in a certain setup in a certain way, but like
Yeah.
Valk just doesn't have a spot at all really.
I mean,
Her
to
ultimate's
be
not
honest,
useful.
I'd probably put her in C. I haven't used her yet, but I feel like her jetpacks in fighting
Oh, true.
situations,
Jetpacks
being
could be
able
good to
go
take
up and
high,
down.
go up and down for sure.
Yeah, just taking a
for
fight
sure.
in a doorway and then going straight up to the second floor instantly and being able to reset really quickly.
No,
feel
you're
like
right. I feel
there's
that for sure.
Some good fight potential there, but it's situational, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I like
okay,
that. We'll go C. I forgot about Jetpack. That's really good. That's a good point. Crypto. He has like the potential to be like a huge hero with so much impact, as you've seen in previous ranked seasons, like the early ranked seasons, like season 4 was it 5, where he was meta
Yeah.
for ages. But his ult, you can only get it once every 3 rounds. I'm pretty sure, and it's cost 600, ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
I would probably say D, considering that in a 3v3, when they'll notice that you're in your drone and a good team will
Yeah,
take
you don't
advantage of
have
it.
the time to be in your drone at all, and it's very obvious when you're in your drone. Just
Yeah.
gonna say D. D. Sorry, Crypto, mate. Sorry, Johnny. Caustic. Does Caustic go similar to Rampart in having the ability to play zone and positional with his traps, or is he just worse?
He does have
I
his
mean-
ult. I don't know how expensive it is.
I don't
Is
know
that
how
also
expensive
a-
it is either. I'm going to assume it's decently expensive though. Like,
I
if
would
you
hope
get to
so.
an end game with Caustic though, you win off his ult.
End game he wins if they don't have a Caustic.
Yeah.
I think, but I feel like a good team would force a fight before end zone. knowing
Exactly,
that
'cause they know they
have
lose it.
Caustic.
It's very true.
Yeah, I feel like he's probably C tier purely because of how situational he is. You really would have to play around him, and it'd take a really good player to make the most of him, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel that. We'll put him C tier. Gibby. I think he's the one hero.
We already know
We
where
already
he's
know.
going.
Yes.
That's all we do. S tier, Gibby. So Gibby S tier.
course.
Let's go through the reasons why. Arm shield. He gets that peak constantly for free damage out on enemies. He's fortified, so he gets no bullet slow when rotating, and he takes less damage. His bubble allows you to get care packages, allows you to get meds, allows you to zone the enemy, zone yourself and heal.
Rotate as well.
Rotate allows you to pick up teammates in gold backpacks really cheap. And one of the biggest things that we mentioned for Pathfinder earlier,
Yeah,
which
he's
is
tall.
overlooked, he's tall as hell, so he can peek over all the crates that no one else apart from Pathfinder can peek over.
Yeah,
He's just the best
amazing,
hero.
really.
Yeah. Legit. Alright, Horizon. So a week ago, we would have put Horizon like, A or S tier for sure. But since the update with all the nerfs she got, with only her ult standing untouched, where does she stand?
like Z tier or something.
Yeah, I
For
would
this
put it
game
down
mode,
in
legit,
F
like,
in arenas.
is she F? Legit, because like, apart from ult, which would be really good late game, but
She's going to be very situational. Like the thermal map, she can get the team up to height, but then so can Pathy.
so can Pathfinder, they just do it better.
So
I don't think I see any situation at all where you'd run a Horizon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah, legit. Alright, Lifeline. She's interesting. She has the potential to possibly be S tier. What are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely think she could be. I definitely think she's either A or S tier purely because of that Lifeline pack being able to upgrade your guns consistently in the rounds.
I guess the only issue with that is you're giving up positional advantage on the map by calling in the airdrop. Or would you
Yeah.
like go take positional spot and then
But-
pull in?
I mean, I feel like with the other two players playing, I think having one player sit a little bit further back, and given also how the map normally plays out, where one team plays one side and the other team kind of plays the other side, I feel like there's definitely breathing room to get the care pack.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Or would you just get instant when you call the care pack down? Oh, I don't think so, because
I
then it
think
would just
there's
close in
room.
the angles.
I think there's room, but it's more. I think her power is more in her passive, the double tap res.
Tap res is
I mean,
insane.
That is
yeah.
really big, to be honest.
It's really big, especially if you combine it with a Gibby. Like normally you'd expect the Gibby to do the res, but Gibby can bubble,
You can
she can
bubble,
tap res,
she can
and then
tap
they can both shoot.
And
So,
what's it called? Gold backpacks at 250, really cheap.
yeah.
And like even if
Yeah,
you just like
honestly.
even like late game, if you just like in the open and it's a 1v1, you can tap res your teammate even though you know he's gonna die. It makes the enemy have to focus
They
either
have to
him or
think
you.
about it,
They have to
yeah.
think what are they gonna do. Yeah, exactly. Does she go
definitely put her
S
S
tier?
tier.
But the thing is, like,
I mean,
Gibby's a must pick, and that's why he's S tier.
Yeah.
Is
I don't think
Lifeline a
Lifeline's
must pick?
must. I think she's
Yeah,
A.
that's what I was about to say. It depends on how you want to make S tier. If
I
you
think
want to make it a
S tier is a
must
must
or-
pick. Like you have to have it on
Yeah.
your team. So
Okay,
we're gonna say
well, then
A,
Lifeline would probably
but it's
be
like
A,
top
yeah.
of A. She's like the top of A. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. She's like A plus if there was an A plus.
For sure, yeah.
Loba. So I know you played a little bit of Loba today when we were playing Bullet. What do you think
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Loba?
yeah.
Where
I think
sit?
she's very similar to Lifeline in the sense that she's very, like, extremely good. You can grab care packages without putting yourself in danger. You can grab, like, meds and stuff from bins. I think, and also her Q obviously is really good. You can close distance similar to Pathfinder.
Yeah, her
so-
Q since the update's insane. No slow while
Yeah.
using it and after. It's absolutely nuts.
And you're invulnerable through it, unlike as in you can't be shot through the air.
Unlike Pathy when you grapple
Pathy
or
or
whatnot.
Octane.
Yeah, that's very true as
so
well.
top of A tier, I'd
Top
say.
of A tier? You agree,
Yeah,
Norm?
right next to
Yeah, I
Lifeline.
agree.
I agree. Alright, Mirage. Interesting hero. I don't think he's ever going to be like S or A tier. But is he
To be
like a
honest-
C tier maybe, if we're lucky? Or
With
not?
his,
I-
with his ult, he's very powerful in 1v1, so
I forgot he was a character, to be honest.
I feel that.
I think situationally he's useful, but
Is he like D
there's
though,
other
or E?
better legends. I would probably put him with Crypto.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think Crypto has more, it offers more than that.
Definitely, but I mean, Mirage is pretty terrible, so yeah, I don't know, wherever you want to put him.
The problem is with Mirage with his ult, if it's a good player, if it's two players at equal skill and Mirage has his ult, he should win any
He
1v1
should win,
when he pops
but
it. So
Going up to the point where he gets his ult is pretty useless,
Yeah.
but as a bamboozle hero. I mean, he has
Exactly.
Invis res is pointless, let's be real. In
Mine
this
is
situation.
useless. Yeah. They'll know where they
Anyone
knock
with
it.
audio would just like figure
Yeah,
it
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna probably
he-
put him in. I think I put him in E tier. I think he's E tier, honestly. I don't think any of us have really played any Bang, but I've had her played against me a few times and seen her played, and she has the potential to be really good since her smoke update.
I think she's A tier. After playing with her, against her in a lot of those games, like when it's a good team using her.
Yeah, because like the abilities to rotate,
strong.
the ability to use smoke, like not only defensively but also aggressively, where you can smoke out someone on high ground shooting you, peeking, and you can rotate off that.
She's really strong to smoke the meds or the materials, and then she'll get shot at when she does it, but she gets the quick runaway. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And
I
her
think she
ult's honestly
definitely
not
go
bad as well,
AOB.
because like if you think about it, a lot of like zones towards the end, it's
like
like similar to
Gibby.
Gibby's ult. You can use
Yeah.
it to zone people out and end zone, use it on the end
100%.
zone itself. So he's saying
Yeah.
A maybe or B, do you reckon? I feel like it's top of B, bottom of A.
I would
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
B.
B?
But it
Who's
really
the
depends
B?
on player skill. If we're just talking legends based on what they do, I'd say B, because with a really good player, definitely A.
I
But
mean, but at the same time, you got to think as well, while she is good, like in all these aspects we talked about, all the heroes in A are probably just better to have on your team.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just put it in
That's
B.
what I was gonna say. Probably B.
Alright, last hero. So this is a hero that I've looked at a few different tier lists and people have had him all over the place. Some people have him in S tier, some people have him in B tier. Where do you guys think
Yeah.
Bloodhound sits?
I think he's B. I think
Yeah.
if we're talking ranked arenas, I'd put him into A, but just arenas would be.
And everyone's saying, like, everyone that has him up really high is saying, you know, vision and knowing where people are, you know, information is the most important thing in Apex, which it is, but
It's the same thing in arenas, so.
let's be real, everyone, once you know how to play arenas and know things, like 99% of the time, everyone's going to be where you expect them to be. You know where people are. It's very rare that you don't have somebody like
If
in
your
an obvious spot.
team's spread out and is comming where people are moving and stuff, you get almost the same sort of information because all of the other teams are going to be peeking at one point or another. So your whole team's going to know, or at least someone on your team's going to know where they're getting shot from, and if they're comming it, you're getting the same information that the Bloodhound does.
Yeah, and by like having Bloodhound and having to buy his scans, you're giving up having what you have with the other heroes you would have had on your team as well.
Yeah.
So A or B tier? What do you guys reckon?
To be honest, I feel like you could easily put him A tier purely because he kind of covers or closes that gap between comms for
That's
all
true.
sorts of teams. And I think just having that scan and giving everyone on the team
The
information
instant
on where
knowledge
the
without actually having to
exactly.
comment. Yeah, I mean, and it
Yeah,
does like
like-
offer the ability to like, if someone was split, you could like push them really fast off it as well because you know exactly where everyone is and where they're all holding
Yeah,
and whatnot.
and his ult's definitely not bad too. Like being able to run that fast, close distances,
and the constant vision you get off it basically.
Yeah, I definitely think he's extremely strong.
So A tier? A tier? Alright.
I'd definitely say.
Sweet. Alright, so we got, that's all the heroes done. We got a Bloodhound and A tier. But okay, so let's say
Nice.
you guys have your team. You guys have your individual teams. Who would you play? Who are your
Yeah.
3 heroes that you would have? You first, Bullet.
I definitely think I could definitely see my team running an Octane instead of a Pathy because Waltzy, I guess, is really good at Octane, so I think that would just kind of work really well. We definitely run a Gibby, and then it'd be a mix-up between. I don't think we'd need a Bloodhound, so we'd probably run some other character that offers us a lot of utility. So maybe Loba, Lifeline.
Okay,
I mean,
feel.
potentially Bangalore or even Bloodhound. Yeah, it'd be a
Yeah, I
mix
feel
up,
that.
honestly.
I feel that. What about you, Mr. Nguyen? Or do you run?
Definitely agree on the Gibby, obviously. He's
Can't
S tier.
not run him. Legit. This is the best hero there is.
But I would probably go Pathy instead of Octane purely because he gives that rotational ability, although slightly restricted.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, just for me as well,
Plus,
personally,
he
I
gets
feel like
stuff high.
Pathy gives you more mid-game to, like, grapple on someone if they're low as well
Oh, yeah,
compared to
definitely
Octane.
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're talking about Valkyrie, Pathy can do as long as he's got a few
He gets
grapples.
three.
He gets 3.
He gets 3
And they're-
grapples off spawn as well.
and they're
doesn't
only
he? Yeah.
50.
And they're cheap as hell to
So,
play.
He can do the same thing, peek a door, then just grapple to height really fast. The zipline's good. Plus, he's got Gibby's height, so you can have 2 people with the insane head
You can
glitches.
peek over the head glitches. Yeah, it's very true.
Third, I would say Bang or Lifeline, depending on your team. It's like if you're playing super aggressive or a worry that you're going to be fighting a really good team, I'd probably consider Bang.
Really? I'd be the
Yeah.
other way around. So I'd be like, if I'm playing against a team better than me, I'd probably want to run Lifeline. But if I'm playing against a team that I think I'm better than, I'd run Bang.
I feel like against a team that's better than you, even if you got Lifeline and you're doing the Lifeline reses and stuff, if they've knocked someone, they're just going to 3-man 8.
They're going to push off and be aggressive.
So in that case, Bang might be helpful by smoking, giving a chance for the remaining players to fall back, or just using her to smoke out the enemies while you're doing a rotation, so they can't
Okay,
snipe
that's true.
you. I think I could give you Pathy Bang.
Fair. Fair enough. Interesting teams. And something a bit different, the guns. What guns would you buy early game, for example? Say we're going into the game, first round, what's your pickup? Do we just go wingman? Do we go alternator because it lets you get a
Yeah.
bat? Or what do you guys think?
I mean, I feel like if you play positionally and you get to one of the bins, you could definitely make up for the lack of meds. But yeah, I mean, having a wingman is just such good damage output.
And
without
it
any
means you can peek
attachments.
really fast, not take damage. You don't have to extend yourself by peeking for a long time, like the alternator that spray
Yeah.
people and whatnot. Yeah, for sure.
Guns like the R9 and most ARs, like their potential comes with proper attachments. I feel like having a mag.
Yeah, well, I agree. The R9's pretty average without any attachments. Same with the
Yeah,
R3.
exactly.
Yeah, for sure. When we're going into the game more, what guns are you guys looking to pick up? What guns do you think are strong, good value for money? What do you think, doing?
I think looking at Pathy, I would consider Volt And then
It gives you that medium range, but also the close range if you want to grapple on someone.
Grapple on them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Vault does have pretty good and accurate peak damage. Not as good as like a Wingman or something, but
It's still pretty good.
It's
Yeah,
still
I agree
there.
with that.
and then the Eva is just for late
Eva's
game
so cheap.
bubble
Yeah.
fights or
Yeah.
It's 250. It's one of the cheapest guns in the game, and it's
Yeah.
one of the strongest shotguns. One of the strongest guns in the
and
game.
with the buff, even if you can't afford a bolt, it's still reasonable.
So what do you think, like, if you're a Gibby player, for example, though, as Gibby, do you go for, like, the spray gun because you got your arm shield, or do you go for, like, a scout maybe even, because scout's pretty cheap?
I would probably
How do you
go
play?
for
I
a
mean,
kick
and
weapon.
obviously you go for, like, a shotgun later when you have more money, because you can bubble fight with it well. But what's, like, the
I'd
go-to
definitely-
AR main gun?
I'd definitely say you could get away with not having a lot of mid-range, so going for a scout and potentially a shotgun, so you're covering both long and close range.
Yeah, I feel that.
Definitely
I
think you
agree,
can get away
yeah.
with
Because
that.
with Gibby as well, it gives you the potential to take care packages, which can give you that other gun you might need as well, depending on what's
Yeah,
in it.
exactly.
And you know what's in it
Swap
before
it
the round
around.
starts as well, so you can base what guns you buy off that beforehand.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. Oh, anything else you guys want to mention about arenas, or any other tips and tricks you guys might have, or anything at all?
Not really, to be honest. I think playing with your team and just kind of working
Just
together.
communication is everything kind of thing. Yeah, for
keeping
sure.
an eye on the zone.
Playing
Don't-
zone, yeah.
Don't all play together unless it's been forced. Like try and get
Play
angles.
the angles, cover as much ground as you can.
Definitely try and buy at least one bat because you don't know if you're going to get the meds. The other team might get
For
them.
sure, yeah.
Yeah. And would you guys agree that just playing zone though in arenas is probably like, if you really want to win games, playing zone is the best thing you can do?
Yeah, and it's definitely the best way to counter those teams that just sit and camp.
Yeah.
Like the team that we versed with the Wattson fences and
Yeah, for sure.
That being said, we did have some success when we were versing teams that were beating us in their initial fight when both teams go zone by playing the other side.
That's
getting
true.
the meds,
Yeah,
getting the
exactly.
meds.
Like we were playing the other day, and we were having issues playing against one team. Like every time we'd contest them off spawn and go try and play zone, we'd lose. So we started playing wider and coming into zone later, and turned
Yeah.
out we had better end game play. So like, in saying that, if what you're doing is not working against a team, change it up until you
Change
find
it up,
what does
yeah.
work for you
For
against
sure,
them.
yeah.
It's all situational at the end of the day.
100%.
Yeah. All right.
agree.
Well, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for helping out with my tier list and playing a few games with me. I hope everyone that watched this has gained a little bit of information, had some help in some way or not. Don't forget to check Bullet out in all of his socials, his YouTube, his Twitter, his Twitch, and everything. The links are below. Same with Nguyen, as always, they will be there as well. Thank you guys for coming and tuning along and helping me out. You guys are both legends.
Thanks so much for having me, man.
Cheers.
Really appreciate it.